次の交差点、22号線に入って。
Oh,
This fucking music, man.
yep.
That little hiccup just ruined the emotional sort of feeling I was having with this.
Hello once again. I am Ash Mannix, and I'm with my wonderful co-host, Kuxel.
Hello.
And once again, we're playing Narcissu, which is not Needy Streamer Overload, and therefore makes me a lot happier. So in the last episode, we thought we were at rock bottom. We thought we had no money to spare. Our main guy was going to steal fuel. He put fuel in the car and he was going to run off with it. But
but then he got clocked by the clerk.
yes, and in the last second, only when they knew that, or she knew that the shit was going to hit the fan, Setsuni Sunar, or whatever her name is, was just popped out a 10,000 yuan bill. And she's like, oh, here you go. So we didn't have to steal the gasoline after all. But then the question was, why didn't you tell me you had money before? And her answer was, you never asked. And I would have thrown a hissy fit at that point. This guy took it pretty well. But I would have been like, what the fuck? I basically tried to steal money from a pachinko parlor. And at that point, you didn't think to give me money? I mean...
She was keeping it like emergency sort of thing, man.
It's still, man. This girl is such an ass. But like, okay, she was keeping it for an emergency. But when he asked, why didn't you tell me? And then she was just like, you never asked.
Yeah, she's been giving little RC answers like that the whole time.
She's just like, that would have been the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I probably would have been put in jail for murder. Oh, I'll be dying soon anyway.
They're both gonna die anyway, man. Come on. Cut them some slack. Let them be a bit annoying.
No, but I would have just like sent her a bit faster. Anyway, we're back in the silver coupe.
I would literally call this game How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Silver Coupe.
I'd call it Silver Coupe, the visual novel. For now, we had a full tank of gas. Moreover, I had also received 5,000 yen bill as change. But for me, I was more interested about what happened just before. Hey, so you... Here, this is all of it. Huh? Before I could speak, the girl offered me the envelope from before just like that. It's okay if I use this?
別にいいわよ。
Looking inside the envelope I received, there were still 4 10,000 yen bills. Dude! She was storing some amount of cash?
Well, they're comfortable for a while now.
What was she hoping that we would run out of fuel, park at the side of the road, and then I'd just die of hunger and she'd just carry on with her cash and go somewhere else?
No, she just wanted him to ask. He hasn't tried relying on her. He's been trying to be the leader and be all like, I can do this. I got this. We got this car. We got this money I got. We'll be fine.
But at the same time, it's his dad's car that he's nicked. He's the one that can drive. I don't know if she can drive.
He also botched that robbery at the pachinko parlor.
But fair enough, maybe he's like, I am the man and I can do all the stuff. I don't think he's been coming across as like, condescending or whatever. But
no, but he's not trying to reach out to this girl, really. And I think she wants him to.
Okay, I get that. But also, it's just a bit too arsey for her to not even mention it when he was like...
Well, like I said, she's been making little arsey comments here and there.
Do you know but when people do that, like if someone's not talking to me, right, and I want them to, like if I'm in her situation, I'm like, I want this person to ask me, about me rather than not, or just assume things and whatever. But just saying, oh, so what about this? What do you think about this? Nothing. What about this idea? Nothing. Nothing in particular. It's like you just annoy them, you're antagonizing them, and then they're going to be less likely to want to ask about you or whatever. It doesn't work, man. A lot of people have these issues where, you know, they kind of want people to talk to them more, and they throw up this front, and then it just backfires. Well, I mean, they throw up this front because they're being defensive or they're not happy or whatever, but it just makes things worse, you know? Just, I don't know, throw a dog a bone or something, right? And give someone more of a hint. Maybe say,
now, if you want to talk, just talk.
Yeah, just say, look, I want to talk, right? Eat that pride, right? Because this guy was going to go to jail before she had a conversation with him if he basically carried on trying to run away. I mean, with his driving skills, he would have probably crashed into something and then it would have been caught. But yeah, just... he had shit tons of cash.
I'm not happy that he fucked the muffler. The exhaust, rather.
I'm wondering what he hit.
He reversed onto the curb.
Damn, that car must be quite low then.
It's a coupe.
Yeah, but even my car, you know, it's not necessarily that low. But with that, we would probably be fine for a while. However, now I was more concerned about something else. Why did the girl have so much money? At the least, the few thousand yen that I had from the start was just what I had been carrying when we left. However, in the girl's case, I felt it was like she had been prepared in advance. Hey, you. That's not a very nice way to refer to someone, to be fair.
No, but in Japanese, they sound a lot more polite when she says, hey, you, you know.
She says, anata.
Yeah, which is a polite way of referring to someone.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going to be saying anata because that's a very feminine thing, but definitely he's not going to be like Oma. Well, he might be like Oma. Whatever. We'll see what.
He's like, oi, you. Before...
Oi is another way as well.
Oi! Plonka!
Getting a bit of that Scottish in there.
I don't know, I felt that was English, but yeah. Scottish is like, you bastard!
I just remembered that train spotting reference in the video from today.
Being Scottish is shite. I've never actually watched Train Spotting, I really should. Or Train Spotting 2 that came out like a few years back. But yeah. Before you said that you didn't like the 7th floor, right? Ah, I'm the same way. Then you're planning on going somewhere? This is the money for that purpose, isn't it? Then I remember the girl's words from before. She had said that she would go somewhere while she was still able to move on her own. Asked me whether I wanted to stop her or wanted to go with her. Then you really did have some place you wanted to go to. This, right? He's like, this is annoying me now. He is now questioning her. She has the opportunity to like be like, yes, and she's still acting like an arse. So I don't have any forgiveness for her, right? At this point. I can't understand if you say not particularly. Just that, looking lonely, she sadly murmured.
It could be that she just wanted to get out of the hospital and didn't actually have any concrete plans for where to go.
But all of this evidence, the fact that she had saved up money and that she was kind of like hinting towards it, and she even said, you know, are you saying that are you gonna stop me or are you gonna go with me? You know, I mean, it's like she's putting all these hints there. Now she's just acting all like huffy about it. Without a destination, but still picturing some day in the future, simply preparing for it all this time alone. I was concerned why she had been doing such an empty thing, but I sensed the girl's lonely profile was confirming that.
じゃあ、あなたはどうなのよ。
I just wanted to go out and take a giant dump. I'm not a complicated person. Even me, not particularly.
真似しないでよ。
I'm not intimidating you. Imitating you.
Intimidating.
I don't know where that came from. We continued driving without a destination. I, who had impulsively flew from the 7th floor, and the girl, who didn't have a place to go, but hollowly only continued to prepare. However, right now it doesn't matter where, I just want to go somewhere.
Eh?
At the least, for me, I wanted something to give me direction. Well, how about that Awajishima that we talked about before? With the money we have now, it's definitely enough to go. I was sure that any place would have been fine, even the 7th floor, even some place not home, so long as we could continue going. However, I didn't want to wander around aimlessly. I think I wanted to go. It didn't matter what. Don't you think about wanting to go too?
別に。
I could strangle her. With just that answer, once again she turned her gaze out the window like she usually did. As always, her eyes seemed to be looking at something far away. Just what on earth is she looking at, I wonder? What was she thinking? What was she expecting when she came here, I wonder? Oh damn, there's going to be 2 rows of freaking chapters, okay.
Well, they were running out of space.
I don't know, I just assumed it would be like, that's the end of Narcissu 1.
What? Nothing happened then?
No. In the beginning, I thought, you know, when we were starting to get these things, I thought they would be like 4 chapters. Obviously, now that we're at this point, I thought maybe that would have been the end of Narcissu 1, to be fair. I don't know.
Again, like I said, and then nothing happened.
I mean, nothing is happening, right? This whole
好
thing.
きだった。
The route one that continued forever, the unknown places, the car that would take me anywhere. I loved them. Oh, sorry, the car that would take me everywhere. I loved them. Oh, look at this. She's actually enjoying herself? But no matter how much knowledge I accumulated, it was imagination. Oh, okay. Reality, my heart, both steadily grew fragile. I had a swimsuit. I had maps. But I had no future. I even had a world outside the window, but I had no reality I could touch. If I closed my eyes, I could go to a world of nothingness, but it wasn't as if this world itself had disappeared. I knew that. My lifeline companion was resigned to the world of closed eyes. And yet, always imagining what if, hoping for a maybe, gazing at a dream. But in the end, yearning never went beyond longing, both the bikini swimsuit and the emerald sea. The large scar on my chest advised me to give up. But, oh, she's talking to herself. Spending most of my life at a hospital, spending time only in the world of my closed eyes, being unable to choose anything but the 7th floor or home was pitiful. Without being given room to choose, but even saying that, unable to even find that place, I felt myself to be pathetic. Even though I had lived 22 years.
一つくらい好きにさせてよ。
When I murmured that, the time that should have stopped felt like it swayed. On that day, the heart that should have stopped hurt. It's a beautiful saying to start to.
Tell me about it.
The cleared blue sky of winter reflected on the hood as the silver coupe ran. As always, it ran without a destination, but for the moment, neither gasoline nor shopping seemed to be a problem. Soon we were about to enter a large intersection. Last night, I hadn't gotten the girl's approval, but I was generally headed west anyway. It was just that I had absolutely no idea about the geography, and the cost of using the expressway seemed painful. While thinking about that, a large intersection came up ahead. Without thinking about it, I was going to drive straight through.
そこ、左折。
Eh?
左に曲がって。
She's
That-
telling you where to go.
Suddenly, the girl gave me directions. While wondering what was happening, I followed her instructions and made a left turn, coming out onto a large road. Just what was that? This is Route 1. Oh, okay.
当分はまっすぐよ。
Let her talk, man.
Shut
It's a rare occurrence. Savor it.
All of a sudden, she's decided to fucking tell me stuff. Oh, well, sorry. For a while. Her sudden directions left me surprised. Up until now, she had come along, and while she seemed to know everything, this was the first time that she spontaneously gave me directions. Is it that you've started wanting to go? To that place, Awajishima.
悪い。
Do you dare to dream, Setsuna? Are you daring to dream?
Did you call her Setsuna?
Setsuna? What is her name?
Setsumi.
Setsumi. Ooh. Who's Setsuna F Seiye?
Setsuna F say.
Gundam 00. My bad. Setsumi. Do you dare to dream, Setsumi? No, that's not what I meant. We had driven without any destination. I, who had been wandering around wanting a goal, and the mysterious girl always looking far away. What came from that girl's mouth was unexpected.
期待してるわけじゃない。
Eh?
別に水着が欲しいわけじゃ。
Tsundere.
What are you saying?
なんでもないわよ。
Are we going to have to get her a swimsuit?
Maybe.
We're going to have to get her a bikini, aren't we? I am not
You've got
complaining
enough money
about
for it, man.
this. I don't know, man. I don't know how much clothes cost in Japan, but when I watch the animes, they always make it sound like it's expensive. Actually, I went to Japan and the clothes were kind of expensive, but we were in Shibuya, which is like, you know, fashion. It was all fashionable clothes and stuff. And also, I was an extra large. And I was a medium. At that time, I'm now a large, so I might have been an extra large. Not extra large. So I'm a big boy in Japan sizes. Made me feel fat. Under the clear winter sky, reflecting the sunlight, the silver coupe ran on. Oh, silver coupe! It passed through Hakone with its steep inclines and sudden curves, and now the roads turned much gentler. Hey, this place is around where?
愛知県よ。間もなく名古屋市街に入るわ。
Why does Nagoya sound familiar? Thinking of our money, we drove on the lower roads without using the expressways. Myself alone, it would have been absolutely impossible, but following the girl's directions, we went on. The girl, who is more knowledgeable than the navigation system, pointed out the way. I didn't know the reason why, but I felt that it was probably the right route.
次の交差点、22号線に入って。
Oh,
This fucking music, man.
yeah.
That little hiccup just ruined the emotional sort of feeling I was having with this.
It's like it does it when I click end. Am I clicking the wrong button or something?
I was like feeling it. I'm like, oh, this is so 2000s romantic anime. And then it went black, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
They really need I think it's when I press enter for the next text thing, it's like glitching with the music for some reason.
Wait, is it really on your input, or is it not? It's not just the music by itself.
I think it's on the input. It seems to do it in time with when I press enter.
That's so
Um,
weird.
Changing lanes is told. I turn the wheel. Oh, there it is in all its beauty.
Oh my god, it looks like a model from Initial D.
In the scenery flowing by the window, we first saw a busy city stretch far to the north. Then, while all unnoticed, the scenery around us slowly turned to more calm things. Hey, you want to go there? By the side of the national road, some family restaurant chain. As I drove, I pointed to it and continued speaking. Look, up until now we've been eating only convenience store food, right? Of course, we hadn't been eating only convenience store food because we liked it. We had to consider our money and didn't have the sort of room for choosing. But now we had just a little bit of room financially. That was why I made this suggestion. Well, once in a while, a restaurant's good too, right?
私はコンビニでいい。
Look, I'm using your money, Setsumi, so we're gonna go, right? Even though it's your money, I've decided we're gonna go to the restaurant. While saying that, just a bit, the girl looked down. It seemed like she was looking at her clothes. Ah, that's right. She's been wearing those floppy clothes all this time. They're men's clothes, man. Got it. Then want to go there first?
あっちって。
Look, the store just up front. Some kind of jeans shop. It was one of those places often seen along the national roads that looked like some kind of wholesale outlet dealing in jeans and casual wear. I'm sure a store like that would have things that don't cost very much. You know, like cheap things. Well, we're going. We're going in, okay? There was no reply, but there was also no resistance. Could it be that if she didn't object, I could think of it as a... Do not think that way, my friend. That is not a good way to think about life. Oh, they did not say no. Therefore, it's an agreement.
Wait a minute. Did you just assume her consent?
Yeah, that's... It's like, oh yeah, does that mean I could just assume things? No. We entered the store. On the two large floors, the girl curiously went around many of the sections. She was silent as usual, might have looked unchanged from her usual appearance, but somehow it was slightly different from the time she was lifelessly staring at whatever came on boring television. Over and over, she would pick something up, look at the price tag, then fall into thought. And while trying things on, she would come up to me.
どう？
That's kind of cute.
That was quite a bit louder than I was expecting.
True, but it's maybe she goes up to his ear and is like, "What do you think?" I should stop doing that.
I'm shaking my head in disapproval.
How is it? How is it? It suits you.
変じゃない。
Probably.
The wrong answer.
Over and over like that, she would change clothes and come back to show me. She would never smile or show any emotion, but I sensed somewhere that she was enjoying herself. How about it? Decided?
これにする。
While saying that, she showed me the last set she changed into. A cute shirt and short skirt. Ooh, short skirt. Those clothes were just exactly like a middle school or high school student's, but she happily wore them. I think she went into hospital when she was in high school.
Yeah.
So she would have... And she doesn't seem to have been let out the hospital much.
No, and also she didn't really let people stop visiting her and all that.
Yeah, so she's probably still kind of got the mentality of a high schooler.
Yeah. Hence the arsiness.
Fair enough. Makes sense. I'm sure she had said that she was older than me. but however you looked at it, when put together with a figure that really didn't look older, it suited her so well it was charming. But that skirt, isn't it better if you gave up on it? What?
He's asking her to wear a skirt, innit?
No, he said, isn't it better if you gave up on it, not wear the skirt? Why? It's also a weird way of saying it.
Yeah.
No, it's not that it doesn't suit you or anything. Look, it's cold, isn't it? It's not an outfit for this season.
別に平気よ。私、我慢するから。
And it's at this point that you shut up and let her buy the goddamn skirt because she
I
clearly
mean,
wants
she could
to wear
get
the
some.
skirt.
She could get some tights or something, right, to keep warm.
Yeah, but the point is that she wants to wear that skirt, man. So I would shut up at this point. When she answered, I could see just the slightest bit of red on her pale face, even though normally she would absolutely never show any emotion. Could she be embarrassed? It was the first time I saw her show that emotion. We continued driving on. Under the high winter sky, the silver coupe with the slightly noisy exhaust continued going.
次で21号線に入って。
Got it. As usual, we went on following the girl's navigation. Before we knew it, we were in Gifu Prefecture. Normally, except when needed, the girl would always be gazing out the window. But now, again and again, she would happily look at her reflection in the side mirror. As if she were trying to avoid my noticing, she peered into the mirror.
何？
Nothing. The clothes from before, looks like you like them.
別にそんなことないわよ。
Oh, she's adding some more words to her sentences now. Saying that, she stopped looking at the side mirror. Oh shit, mate, you shouldn't have said anything. But after a while, when I was looking away, she once again started checking the mirror. Ah man, this is adorable. In the end, it seemed like she's also got a cute side. From just that little thing, because of how she normally was, I thought she was cute. When the sun had completely set, by some roadside somewhere, we had once again fished our meal of convenience store food.
I thought I was about to say they went fishing.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but they seem to stop off at the same side road every time. What are the coincidences? Say, I wonder what's become of things right now. Even now, wrapped around my wrist, the white vinyl bracelet. On it, my blood type and name was recorded. As I looked at the hospital's nameplate, I murmured, "You think there's been a big uproar?"
多分ね。
Yeah. Parents, friends, as well as the hospital doctors. And I thought that even if only on the surface they were worried about me, it pained my heart a little. Sorry, Dad, everyone. You should be... Man, your dad's gonna be fucking raging, man. Going off and doing something selfish.
ねえ、あなたって
Oh, there was a little... And it happened when I clicked enter, man. Maybe if I click it too fast? I don't know. Something the
Doesn't
matter?
make any sense.
最初に死ぬって聞かされた時泣いた。
At her sudden question, for a moment I was taken aback. Then I thought about the weight of the question for a time. I think I didn't cry.
じゃあどうして自分だけって運命を呪った？
So, what age is this guy? He's 20, isn't he?
He's 20, she's 22, yeah.
What an age, man. What an age to find out that... That's shit.
It's too young.
I mean, it's always too young. It doesn't matter what age you are, man. If you get something like that, you're always too young. You know, you want to, like, die naturally. Of old age. Of old age. You know.
Had a bit of a... My brother and I had a bit of a conversation about the Queen's COVID thing today.
Yeah, well,
And yeah, it's just like, talking about age.
yeah, I wish I could live forever as like in a 25-year-old's body and not suffer from any of the long-term effects that humans suffer from, like dementia and all sorts of stuff. Um,
Oh,
that
I
would
never
be
even
great.
thought about dementia.
Yeah, like your brain can only like. I'd like to be immortal with all the expected things of immortality, because you could be immortal and just like be a slob,
Yeah.
um, and then choose when you want to go. But then that's like everyone wants that, so tough. Life is not like that. That's not how it works. So but yeah, 20s, man, in your 20s. But then you hear like this is what like you hear of like kids that are like teenagers or younger that pass away, man, from disease, and you're just like, sometimes I wonder, oh, why was I allowed to be a miserable bastard at these fucking freaking mid to late 30s, when so many other people that probably like have not been given that chance. You can't choose whether you have like a disease or not. You know what I mean?
It's just a circumstance.
Yeah, it's utter bullshit. And I suppose this visual novel. I mean, this is part of what this visual novel is about, isn't it? It's like exploring that situation. But it is like, I don't know, it does seem extremely unfair. But like I've always thought the world is very unfair. Like we as a species have tried to balance things a bit more in terms of how we've got society, and we have created medicines and things like that. So people like people who have debilitating conditions that might have been like might have seriously affected their lives, like 50 or 100 years ago, can like live relatively normal lives. Like you think about people who are like extremely diabetic and stuff like that, things that you can take medicine for to maintain a decent quality of life. Like we've done a lot of things as a society that, or as a species, that have kind of like fought against the whole survival of the fittest, you get disease and you die tough shit type thing. But the world is a very cruel place. Just watch any of the nature channels as you see little babies hatch, baby turtles or whatever the hell, and being attacked by goddamn snakes and shit. And you realize very quickly that we are quite lucky as a species in general. I don't know. It's weird. It's still shit though. Yeah. That I don't really remember. In the beginning, I wasn't able to realize what was happening in reality. I think it was because I couldn't conceive of it as being real. However, honestly, there might have been a bit of that. The friend I went to the training centre with bought a new car, complained about how much trouble the 36 loan payments were. There were those who got jobs, those who got left back in school, those who had kids, those who were dumped by their girlfriends again. Wait, they had girlfriends? Damn them. But I was denied a future. That was why, to be honest, I think there had been the feeling of, why only me? Even when I told myself this was the fate, still, I think there was the feeling of not wanting to give up. Then, what about you?
私
Yeah, did you cry out of sadness or curse fate?
私は平気だった。
Why?
だって最初から何も望んでなかったから。私は諦めていたから。
I see. If you gave up from the start, there would be no disappointment. if you turned our back, there wouldn't be any happy things, but also no painful things. But I had a feeling that that way of thinking was far too sad. Or perhaps in the girl's case, maybe there was nothing else that could be done.
前に見た映画で言ってた。狼は3年しか生きないって。
Wait, what?
Is that true?
Wait, let me go. I have to
Fact
fucking-
checking.
Yeah, I need to check this.
No.
Bullshit. I mean, it's not long, but it's like I'm seeing 14 years in the wild, 16 years in captivity.
Well, I'm seeing that as well. There's also a question that's been brought up saying that disease, starvation, and injuries can cause wolves dying perhaps in 5 years. But a natural lifespan is not that.
But I suppose like normal, an average lifespan might be 5. I don't know.
I mean, you know, a natural lifespan could be about 70 years for a human, but we could go out and get shot or something, right? So who knows?
Yeah, so where the fuck does this come from? What? Wolves? Suddenly she started talking about something I didn't really get.
でもロバは9年も生きるんだって。
This is a very conveniently structured story, isn't it? They have here with donkeys and moles. What's this? Wolves are 3 years and donkeys are 9?
ロバは役に立つから長生きする。
I'm not sure about that.
What, because they're kept in captivity and taken care of? And the wolves die early because they're in the wild?
そういうことらしいの。
The girl looked lonely as she gazed out the window, her words tumbling out. This was probably, for this girl, the excuse to convince herself, the excuse so that she could give up. Under the evening winter sky, we continued straight along Route 21, dancing in that darkening sky, lightly floating specks of white. It seemed that, depending on circumstances, it might snow harder.
どうかした？
Yeah, it's snowing. Then I noticed that the sides of the road had become white with fallen snow. I didn't know when we had come to a snowy area, but everywhere I looked was stained with white. This might be trouble. From what I had seen before, these tires were studless winter tires. If further ahead was an even snowy area, it might be troublesome. Hey, is this place a snowy area?
Eh?
Well, if the snow gets any worse, it might be difficult, you see. Even if the road surfaces wasn't covered in snow, in such a place it wasn't surprising if the road froze over. And thinking about it, I hadn't learned anything outside the instruction centre's textbook. We might even need to have chains put on. How about it? Do you know?
この先は関ヶ原。
I heard that I heard that the last time. What I want to know is whether this place gets heavy snow.
わからない。
For some reason, she answered with a lonely expression. Looking at her, I felt that something was a bit off. Even though she knew that much about the roads, and also knew so much about this car, compared to that, this seemed like something she would definitely know. Alright, at any rate, I'll drive carefully. The shoreline. We got out of the car and gazed at a lake. Blown by the strong wind here and there, white snow even stained the frozen lake surface. And in that, facing what seemed like the edge of the ocean, the girl slowly started walking. It was a scene that occurred before.
ねえ、どう思う？
That if you continue into the sea like this, would you die comfortably? Thing?
うん。海より楽な気がする。
What was going
the
on with that
fucking
there?
music.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. It was like... what the fuck?
The audio hiccups, man.
I don't see the basis for that answer.
だって海水は塩辛いし体も浮いちゃうでしょ。
Yeah, your body floats in seawater more than it does in freshwater. So, like, see in the sea, if you actually lie on your back, you'll just float.
Yeah.
Whereas it's because it's more dense with salt. So I suppose it's harder to die in the sea. So she's saying that you just sink in. This is really depressing. Holy shit. Well, oh my god. That's impressive.
It really
reasoning.
takes you out of the fucking moment, man.
I don't
Just
know.
listen to this nice emotional anime song and then it just hiccups. Speed settings?
I don't know what any of this is. Sound settings. What is that option? This game, man.
I can't actually see what you're choosing.
Can you not? One sec. Let me just save. Wait. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Save, because you haven't saved at all.
Yeah, I should really save. Well, that's impressive reasoning. In the cold north wind and the falling snow, the two of us exchanged words where you couldn't tell whether we were serious or joking. And then, the feet that had briefly paused once again started to move towards the lake.
やっぱり止めないの。
She's shit testing him again.
Well, today you don't plan on dying, right?
そうかもね。
That place, Awajishima. Just how much farther would that be, I wonder? It's not as if I wanted to go there, that I had some sort of obsession with it. However, even though we had been wandering around with no purpose, now we found ourselves a place to aim for. Even if without me stopping her, the girl's feet remained one step before the water's edge, I was sure that that was how it was. Oh, it's still glitching.
そこから1号に戻って。
Look at this weird... It's okay up
The
to
perspective
here.
is wrong. The
This
perspective is
bit
completely
gets
wrong.
weird, yeah. Got it. From Route 8 back to Route 1. Following her navigation, this time we were headed towards Kusatsu.
今ってお金は大丈夫？
Love this tune. We still have about 30,000 yen. We had previously bought clothes, but besides that, we continued on our usual convenience store fare. Is something the matter?
じゃあ高速に乗る？
You're not going to lower the music again. I thought
It is a
changing...
bit loud.
I thought changing... What?
Evidently not.
Yeah, I thought changing it would, like, maybe... Oh. Yeah, keep it there. What's these sound effects? Wait, what are the font settings? Oh, damn. I better not mess with that because I feel like that'll break something. Then you want to go on the expressway. Expressway? We can't go all the way using the smaller roads?
確かにギリギリまでならいけるけど。でも最終的には必ず有料道路に乗るから。
Wait a minute. Is there like shit tons of toll roads? Like, I feel like, well, can you just not go on the motorway? Because they've been avoiding the motorways because of costs. Is the whole of Japan's motorways like toll roads?
A toll road. I don't know. I really don't know about that.
That
I
would...
do know there are quite a few toll roads in Japan. But, you know, when it comes to fuel efficiency and cost, wouldn't using the motorway be best?
Don't know. I mean, this guy's probably not that aware of making those calculations and stuff. So, I might have worked him, who knows. I see, well, it's Awaji Island after all. I didn't know the details, but in order to get to Awajishima, one had to cross the Setohashi Bridge, or some such bridge. Then from Kusat... Oh,
草津からバイパスに入って。
okay. Alright. Following her direction, we went from the Seda interchange and connected to the Meishin Expressway. Compared to the regular roads we had been running on until now, it was obviously better maintained. There were no traffic lights, and with the good visibility of the road, even for a first-time expressway driver like myself, felt it was easy to drive on. It was just that. If I were in the high-speed lane on the right, the cars that came up from behind at a ferocious pace were scary. In the beginning, I didn't know what passing was, or what the right blinkers meant.
Oh.
The right blinkers?
Americans, he means indicators.
I know, but like he doesn't know what indicators mean?
Has he been driving this whole time?
Yeah. But when I got used to
Wait,
it...
he passed his test, man. What the fuck?
Yeah. Wait, let me read this again. I didn't know what passing was or what the right blinkers meant, but when I got used to it, I thought driving on the expressways was fun. How did he not know what the right blinkers meant? Amazing! That car! Passing us at an astounding speed. Some car from somewhere. It's like ding, 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 ding. We were driving leisurely and couldn't help but look at each other. What's that? Is it the Midnight Car Club or something?
Oh.
What was that infamous?
The races.
Yeah.
The Midnight Club.
Yeah, the Midnight Club. Maybe it's some of them, man, racing about in their freaking souped up Japanese freaking cars. Oh, that'd be epic. See if they just had a little kind of image of the cars like zooming past, a little animation. That'd be hilarious.
Oh man,
we were freaking watching. It's turned into Tokyo Drift all of a sudden. And also, the girl who sat in the passenger seat looked slightly different from usual. Normally, she would be looking out the window with distant eyes, but today, surprisingly, she was curiously looking around at the cars. Speaking of which, for some reason she knew a lot about cars. I pointed at a car from before that ferociously passed us. So, what car was that just now? Come now, think of it like a quiz.
トヨタセリカ
Oh!
オーバービュー
I've been called, man.
and the one that passed us now?
シトローエン
Oh.
クサラ
What?
They have Citroens in Japan?
Wait a minute. That's a shit car. I'm pretty sure it is. That's like a fucking passenger seat. Yeah, it's either like a saloon car or the Citroen. Why is it Citroen Zara?
Citroen Zara, yeah.
They're
not
shit.
the Picasso, but yeah.
Shit cars. Oh, you really know your stuff. To be honest, I didn't know whether she was right or not.
She could just say anything and he'd be like, oh yeah.
That's a car. That's a word. I agree. However,
yeah, I recognize some of these words.
However, the girl who would rarely open her mouth on her own seemed to be enjoying herself as she answered again and again. That was why, without pausing, I continued to speak.
青いのがユーノス赤いのはアルファロメオ
What the hell
I
is
don't
a
know what a
Unos?
Eunice is. Yeah.
Well, let me just check this. I need to know. Oh wow. Okay, it's what the fuck? Eunice was a mark of Japanese automaker Mazda. Marketed as its upscale, fun-to-drive line in its home market. The brand existed from 1989 to 1996, when sales operations were integrated into... I don't even know what that word is, it didn't come up right.
So a posh Mazda.
Yeah, posh Mazda. Interesting. Someone's got an Alfa Romeo in Japan. Nice. Better get that checked though, break down a couple of miles. She even answered for two cars that passed us at the same time. But you don't know that one, right? As I spoke this time, I pointed to a something different from a normal car. A truck.
Something.
Yep, a something. I wanted to see that slightly troubled face from the girl who would show so little emotion. What is wrong with you, man? I wanted to make her sweat. So yeah, I guess you don't know trucks, eh?
日産アトラスって
Oh, get wrecked, protagonist!
Yeah, he fucking ate shit there, man.
Hey, you're amazing. The fuck? What is this rain woman person? I'm impressed. She's like really into cars for some reason.
Well, gotta be into something, right?
I know, but it seems pretty cool, girl into cars. And this is like based in 2001 or something. That's cool.
2005.
Okay, 2005. Even though I was trying to give her a hard time, I hadn't thought she would know even trucks. If you know this much, isn't it on a level where you can be proud of it?
そう
Yeah, I think you can stand tall about it. The girl returned silence at my words. She seemed just a little bit embarrassed. I'm sure she really liked cars. Well then, when we get over there, you want to try driving?
でも私免許持ってない
Who gives a
Hey,
shit?
we're already runaways, and I already tried to steal from a pachinko man.
And a
Yes.
petrol station.
Exactly. It's all good. It'll be fine. I'm sure driving on the beach or something will be fun. Don't drive on the beach. You're going to get the car stuck on the beach. You weirdo. Most likely, if we go to Awajishima, there will be plenty of deserted places. Plus, this car was a manual transmission, so once you got used to it, I think it should be interesting. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll teach you. The guy who just got his driving license and never drove for years.
Is gonna teach you how to drive a manual sports car.
Yep. Ah, though I'm just a new driver myself. Yep, blind leading the blind. Shall we leave it there then for this episode?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good place to leave it. It's
coming to it's quite late as well. Yeah, so that was chapter 5.
yeah, Route 1. Because chapter 6 is the new one.
Oh shit.
Right, save it.
How do I save it though?
Well,
Oh no, I've just unlocked it, so wait, let me go back to that. Let me click on this. Right.
and then save it.
Yeah.
Save it.
So,
Save it.
Right. Fuck. Right. Well, that was a bit of a fucking nightmare, wasn't it? What's this?
Oh, those are like, if you want to go to like page 2, page 3, and so on for saving.
What the fuck? 9 pages of 20 each?
Yeah.
What type of save?
You're
Well-
not saving enough, mate.
Right, how do I return to title screen? Yeah, that. Not very happy. Slightly happy.
They're both her.
Yeah, not very happy version. Slightly happy version. So yeah, that's Narcissu. We are on just starting chapter 6. And we'll leave it there for now. But things seem to be looking up. We have cash. We have a car. We have a goal. We've got Setsuni in a miniskirt.
Setsumi.
What did I say? Setsuni?
Setsuni.
We've got Setsumi in a short skirt. Everything is looking up for our main guy. And I forget what his name is. Did we ever get a name for our guy?
Our guy.
Yeah, did he ever say what his name was?
I don't think so.
Our guy is not important. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this. If you have any comments about any of the stuff that we said, please comment. And I don't know, there's probably other stuff I should say just now, but I'm too tired to think of. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you in another video. I am Ashmanix,
And I am Cookcell.
and we will see you next time. Bye.